and welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers on a real mystery hunt. I am excited for this, even though I know for a fact the building is in a terrible state. There's probably not that much to look at. There is something hidden in this building that could change my life. But I'm very aware I've got an open door behind me there because the owner's uncle, he's either nephew, the nephew of the person that lived here lives not far away, just down there, and he has been known to rattle some bones. So I do not want to be caught at all. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm a bit like the excitement of it all is the thing that's keeping me going. Right, as you can see, it's been well boarded over time and then smashed up because people are so interested in getting in here. Now, it took me a while to find anything about the story of this place, and I actually thought I'd got the wrong place altogether. But I'll tell you why everybody wants to come when we've had a bit of a look round in here. Look at this kitchen. Now, like I said, it is an absolute state in here. There's stuff thrown everywhere, but you can still see and appreciate how amazing this kitchen would have been. There probably would have been a big table in the middle there. You've got the bits to like dry your clothes on or hang things off, and all the drawers and bits and bobs, shoes in cupboards and things like that. It's really, really, really good. And then on up to the stairs. We'll have a proper look round now. Right, so what I found online about this place is the previous owner had quite a substantial amount of money, which he got through means that weren't particularly legal. But the person who it technically belonged to was on the hunt for it, so he hid it in his house. Now, it's from what I've heard, it's nearing on £100,000 somewhere in this property, whether it be in the outbuildings, whether it be under the floorboards. But I have a feeling there's going to be people that have rummaged and thrown furniture about and stuff trying to find it. I don't know. I know the person that helped me out with this location knew nothing about the story behind it. But looking online, once I went down that rabbit hole of finding out about it, all these different stories popped up. So hopefully we can find something. Like, even if I found £100,000, I'm not going to be taking it because that's burglary. But I'd probably, let somebody know. I don't really know what I'd do if I'm being honest. Right, making our way around. I don't think it's just going to be in a cupboard, like under the yellow pages. Imagine just like everybody's been searching everywhere. I just look under there and there's just a big thing. I don't even know what £100,000 would look like. I think the most I've ever had in cash in my hands is £15,000. And actually didn't seem very much at all. It didn't seem that much money. Although I almost had it robbed off me. Basically what happened was I went to go and buy a motorhome when I got my mortgage, and then I got some extra money just for home improvements, and we ended up spending it on a motorhome when I was married years and years ago. And the only way I could get it was from the bank, which was in the middle of Sheffield, and I worked like maybe a mile from there, so I had to walk through the middle of Sheffield with this 15 grand, and somebody had either seen me get it from the tills or whatever and followed me and then chased me, and I had to run back to my office, and they put it in the safe for me, rang the police and everything. It was scary stuff. I wouldn't have known what to do if I'd actually got robbed for it. Oh, look, there is actually some good little bits in here, look. Like quite old, maybe 1950, maybe 60s, 50s, 60s toys. And then I just noticed the Bunnykins bowl there as well. Weirdly, my ex-wife, who I got that motorhome with, she collected Bunnykins stuff. And what else have I just seen? Some like oldish looking books underneath. The Devastation. Ow, that hurt. What's this one say? Asheville College. What does it say? Asheville College. Don't know what this is. Oh, Rudyard Kipling. That's a bit strange. I don't think it's the wrong way around, isn't it? So it's not the Nazi logo, the swastika. I think it's like means peace or something. And 1917, well before the Nazi party even formed. But yeah, this is it's probably, I don't know if it'd be worth anything, that, but it's a shame, isn't it? It's just absolutely destroyed. But yeah, good little book. And I bet there's loads of stuff like that hidden away under all these piles of awfulness. Looking over here, I just noticed there is a heck of a lot of white powder knocking about. So someone's either got a serious problem or it's something from the medicine cabinet up here, which actually, it's got Tipex in it, which isn't really medicine. That soap is disgusting. That is vile. That looks like it's been stuck to his undercarriage or someone's undercarriage and then ripped all the hairs off. That's awful. And do you think they need many more McLean's toothpaste? Thing is, when you come to these places, you always seem to find hoarders. Like, they'll get 30,000 toothpastes or like 16,000 cans of Guinness, or I suppose that's different. That's just an alcoholic. But look at this soap again. Like, look at it from a different angle. I just got it down to have a look, and it's teeth marks in the top of it, and the black bits are where the plastic are. So there's mice being, oh, not mice, rats being eating the soap. Weirdly, my cat, well, it wasn't my cat, it was my older sister's cat, used to eat soap. She was called Minka. She was a Siamese, and she used to eat chunks of soap, which is really weird. But I just wonder what else has been chewed up in there by rats and mice. Do seem to have, why do people have medicine cabinets that are like this big? I think I have about 2 things in my house. Although I suppose that's a sign of the times, or a generational thing. You got it in bulk because it wasn't like you could just nip to Tesco. Whereas now, if I need something, I'll just pop down to Tesco or even round to the corner shop just to get something. It's not the same anymore. So that's why I don't need a big medicine cabinet, because if I did, I'd just go and get some. I'd go to the chemist or wherever. Whereas they might have had to walk somewhere or drive somewhere that was quite a long way away. Now, I was just about to say, because of that, you can't believe how much things change in quite a short period of time. Like, things like how we do things day to day. And then I saw the phone, and it made me think about having to ring people on just a normal phone like that. And if they weren't in, you couldn't text them or anything like that. That was it. And then I saw this savings box, pay for your call and keep the bill small. That is crazy if you actually think about it these days. Like, it's stupid. Even things like making a phone call on your mobile these days. I don't know, it's like in other countries, but mainly in the UK, after working for Vodafone for many, many years, I know that most calls are free. They come within your plan and you don't pay any extra for them unless they're like abroad or a special call. Some of the cheaper tariffs you do, but back in the day, you paid for everything. Even when mobiles came out, I can remember mobile text messages were 10 pence each. So if you wanted to have like a couple of messages with someone, it'd end up costing you £1 or £2. Back in the day, obviously that were a lot more than it is now. I got my first mobile in 96. Now, I were quite lucky because I knew somebody It were a girl that I was snogging in Scotland, to be fair. But her dad was a BT engineer. So he got me a code so I could send text messages to that girl for free every single time. But you like take it for granted these days. How many messages do you send per day to different people? And you just don't think of anything of it. Whereas back then, if you made a 2-minute phone call and sent 10 texts, it probably cost you about a tenner. It's ridiculous. Also, look, the National Lottery, that came out in like 91. So, 96. Saturday the 4th, 96. So I think the lottery had only been going about 5 years at that point. And they were £1 a ticket. Now they're £2, I think. Oh, National Lottery, everybody loved it when it first came out. I don't think people are that bothered these days. Anyway, the reason I'm not moving is because I'm struggling to shift anywhere on this floor without breaking something. But I wanted to come and look at the Dickies stuff. Dickies, people think of it as a work brand. I don't. I think of it as a skateboard brand, like skate stuff. So when I see it, I get quite excited, but I don't think I'd want anything like this by them. Now, looking at that ticket, I thought, oh yeah, it must be like late 90s when they went, because I couldn't find any dates or anything when I was looking. But this Michael Schumacher calendar says different. So that is 2007. So what's that, like 18 years ago? When did he get in his accident? And what's happened to it? I haven't heard anything about Michael Schumacher at all, like in recent years. I don't know if he's getting better, if he's never going to get better, like if he can talk, if he can walk. I've seen nothing about him at all. It's such a shame, because he was like amazing at what he did, but he got a son, or at least one son, because I know he were skiing with his son when he got in his accident. But it's awful, it really is. What we got in there? Lots of polishes. Boot polish. That's something else that I haven't seen for years, really. But I ain't got any proper shoes, so that's probably why. But I don't know. I suppose mainly these days it's for your 9-to-5 workers and women with nice boots. But I always used to buy those ones with a sponge on them. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like I had a sponge and used that, but I don't remember the last time I had a can like that. Although that's not one. I'm actually talking about boot polish. I don't think there's actually any boot polish in here. Brasso, something for Rent-A-Kill, hygienic wax. Don't know what that is. So I'm rambling on about polishing boots, and there's literally no boot polish. I am stupid at times, I really, really am. But it's cupboards like that I do want to stick my head in and see what's in there, if there's anything hiding away. Like, if I was hiding £100,000, I probably wouldn't put it in a cupboard. Where would you hide it, though? I'm leaning on this and it's slowly moving away from me. Yeah, where would you hide it? I'd be tempted to put it out in one of the barns, but then you think, well, that's not protected by your house. Like, you're not in it all the time. So then where would you put it? Under the floorboards? Would you put it under your bed? I don't know. I don't know where to look. Right, I got excited then because there was this box shoved at the back. I lifted it up and more Brasso fell out of it, so it wasn't quite as exciting as I thought. But I don't know. The hunt and the thought of it being somewhere in the house. It may have gone years ago. Like, there's no way of knowing. But the possibility that it is somewhere knocking about in here just excites me. Right, while I was looking at this, I just got this thought. Why is that covered? I know it is to cover the fire, but is it in the fireplace? Is it up the chimney somewhere? But then looking down there, there's not very much room to get up because I don't. Let's have a look. I'm gonna have to look back on the footage because I couldn't see that. But I very much doubt it's shoved up the chimney, especially with the amount of stuff that's fallen down it, because it would have brought it down with it. Unless somebody's been searching up there already. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Right, looking at these jumpers, they just make me think of like navy like not navy blue, because they are navy blue, but I mean actual in the navy jumpers. But you can see how long they've been hung up there, because they're coming through the hangers. But yeah, they're actually Marks and Spencer's jumpers that probably weren't cheap, to be fair, either. Look in this cupboard. Look, do you know what? I'm starting to enjoy the paint flake. I never used to like paint flake, but I know other people did. But I don't know now. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. Maybe I'm getting a bit flaky and and peely in my old age, so I'm appreciating it a bit more. But yeah, look in here. You've got Avon aluminium, made in Wales. Everybody used to get Avon. Do people still get Avon? Obviously there's the meme of your Dar sells Avon, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone get Avon for maybe 5 years, 10 years. It definitely was a thing, like in the 90s. Everybody got it. You used to see, like, at work, people be like, oh, I've brought my Avon book. If anybody wants anything, tell me, give me the money and I'll order it for you. But you don't see it anymore. I genuinely don't remember the last time, because they used to put it outside your door as well. Like, Avon lady had come down the street, put a little magazine down. If you don't know what I've not really explained this very well, have I? If you don't know what Avon is, it was like cheap products, although they weren't always that cheap. Things like for the house, and it was like without being sexist, it was like for the housewives. It was all the different products and like cleaning stuff and pots and pans and plastic things. Anything that you might need in the house day to day came in your Avon book. But a woman used to you used to buy a route or something like that. So like you'd have a certain estate that you could go around and hand the books out to, and then people would put their orders in on a bit of paper with their money, and then they'd send away for it, and you'd get your products back. A bit like Amazon, but a lot more personal and a lot more tacky. Yeah, looking more in this cupboard, you've got little bits of pottery. God, how like 1970s is it in there? That's proper 1970s, isn't it? What's this? I want to know what this is. I keep looking at it. Oh, do you put your spoon on it? You put it, oh God, I can't put it anywhere. You put it down like that, and then you make your cup of tea and you put your spoon on it, I think that's right. I might be wrong. But yeah, look at these tacky like plastic things and floral plates and stuff. It's very 70s, 80s, 90s, isn't it? A bit of a mix of everything. It's oh, we had cups like that though, glasses like that. But it's just all a bit tacky and vile, innit? Like, I know this place is wrecked. I know that there's stuff all over. And even if you put the story to one side of the money being here, I do like looking at things like this and places like this, because I can imagine them. I shut my eyes sometimes when I'm stood in here, or even just like try and look beyond stuff. Like looking at these baskets and things hung up. Who hung those up? Like pottering round, waiting for the husband to come in. He got his overalls hanging up, and like she's been doing her housework and cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. She's got the meal ready for when he comes back in from the fields, because obviously this is a massive farmhouse with loads of outbuildings. So he'll have been off working the day and she will have been getting everything else sorted. I can feel the love of this place. I really can. I can feel the like family time at the end of the day when he's exhausted and he's just stretched out in his chair, probably with a pipe in his hand, and the wife's like still running round after him even at that time. I don't know, I do love it. The traditional old sort of English family farmhouse. Right, I've been having a bit of a route through, and there's nothing really to look at. I've not looked in the cupboards. Yeah, nothing exciting in there really. But I don't like, I don't like going through stuff like this, especially when I know there's rats been in it. Like, you get it in your fingers, and I'm a nightmare for biting my nails as well. I'm terrible for it. So I don't really want to go through it. Although saying that, I could use me handy andies and some squeezy to get my hands clean. That's disgusting. That looks like bile. That's vile. I just had to be quiet a minute then, because I thought I heard a door, like a car door. And there's a big road, a busy road down at the bottom of here. But there's no driveway. Well, there is a driveway up to it, but you can't drive up it because there's a gate. So any noise is someone here. And I'm sure I heard like a car door, but even if there were a car door parked next to my car, I don't think you'd hear it from here. So I'm not sure. Right, for all you kitchen lovers, because loads of people ask me to look in these cupboards, and I hate doing it. I hate kitchen stuff. I don't know why. Also, we're in Yorkshire. Why are they drinking PG tips? I've lost a lot of respect for these people straight away. Yorkshire tea, that's what they should be having, nothing else. Oh look, you've got a little old carriage clock on here as well. What else? Some 1p's and 2p's. Are they getting phased out, 1p's and 2p's? I just feel like somebody said something and I weren't really listening on the radio or on the telly or something about them being phased out. I hope they're not. I always say this about cash, like actual physical cash. I don't want it to go, but then I never use it and I hate it. I'm terrible. If you watch the behind the scenes video in Scotland, I dropped £100 out of my pocket just on the grass because I'm so bad at keeping money in my pockets, or I'll put them in some shorts, change my shorts, and then forget where I've put it. I'm terrible. I really, really am. But I don't want to lose cash in the UK. But also, I think 1p's and 2p's, what do you use them for anymore? Like, I remember back in the day, I used to go down to the shop with a handful of 2p's and get some sweets. You can't do that these days. You have to go down with a handful of pounds to be able to get anything half decent. And like, the only thing I can think now to use 2p's in, not even 1p's, is like an arcade at the beach or something. Do you know what I mean? That's the only thing. Like, are they going to phase them out? I hope they don't, but I think they will. Right, I'm really confused. I could hear buzzing. And the electric's actually on, look. The electric meter's lit up. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean the electric may be turned off, but there's some electric in the building to be keeping that lit up, which is very strange. Right, what we got in here? Oh, it smells like engine oil in here. Definitely smells like oil. Oh yeah, it looks like he's been using it as a bit of a workshop, look. Because I'm presuming that's either, it's not a welding mask, is it? I should know. My dad was a welder, like the majority of his life. But I don't know if that's, I don't think it's a welding mask. It don't look strong enough. So maybe for cutting grass, like strimming or something. I don't know. I'll have to ask my dad. But yeah, it seems like there's a few bits of cars and stuff dumped in here, like tyres and things. Oh, look. This is the stuff. Oh, God, I can't walk. Ow. Yeah, look. This is the stuff I was on about earlier on, the boot polish and the brushes. They all do look similar, those tins, to be fair. But yeah, that's what I was on about. And everybody had them. Everybody had these little, like, wooden boxes full of them. And then all the brushes and things. Your brown polish, your black polish, all sorts of stuff. And then what is this? What the heck is that? Is it for making some sort of coffee? Like a percolator? I'm guessing so. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. But it's horrible. I always hated this. Like, is it stainless steel? With the black handles like that. I just think it looks so tacky and horrible. It's from that era. It just, I don't know. They all were the same and they're horrid. They're really not nice. And the same with that, look, black handle and silver. Just never liked it. Right, looking across here, I'm looking for things out of the ordinary at the moment. And that looks like there was a big fireplace here. If you look at, it doesn't look, nothing about this looks right. I've got to be careful because there's garden shears and secateurs everywhere. But yeah, look at this. This is false. This has been added later. And that there is for like the top of a fireplace. So why has this been blocked up? It's been added in with metal though around the edge. But listen, that's hollow. So what's behind there? Is it behind there? I'm not going to start booting it in, but I want to. Trust me, I want to. I want to see what's behind there, because look, that's the end. That's where the end of the fireplace would have been. And the other end up here. So what is behind there? Like, look, somebody has been using a big stick to try and break it. I wonder if they've been looking for it. Oh, it's not a stick. It's one of these hay things with the big spiky bits on. This is quite cool. I think this is like a really nice screen, you know, like to get dressed behind. I think, yeah, it is. Look, it opens right out. It's like a dressing screen. That's cool. Also, look at the old plugs on here. They're the old-fashioned plugs, the awful ones, really, compared to today's good plugs. But I've said this before, British plugs are supreme and they are the best out of anybody's in the world. But yeah, I want to know what's behind here now. I hope nobody knocks back. That is actually a little bit of a... I put my hand on it and it sort of collapsed. I promise I didn't do it on purpose. That is one of my fears a little bit though. If you do knock on a door or something like that and somebody knocks back, I'd poo my pants. I wouldn't know what to do. But yeah, I have a feeling anyone that knows where this is coming back to smash that in, because they've probably not noticed it. But me with my magic eyes, I always notice these things. Anyway, I don't like it in here because it smells of oil, and I don't like stuff that smells like that. I'm not a car person, never have been. So the smell of oil and petrol just don't do it for me. Which is weird because my dad, like I said, was a welder. He always did stuff in like industrial places. I used to go down to work with him sometimes, and he used to get that pink stuff to wash your hands with like grit in it. I can't remember what it was called. People have told me before, but I've forgotten. But yeah, industrial places like that, I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Whether it's because I used to have to go down there occasionally or what, but I've never been into cars. I've never been into building engines and things like that. Just don't do it for me. Right, so there's these stairs. I don't know what's around this corner. £100,000, I'm hoping. No, nothing. Nothing round there. Yeah, apparently there was some dispute over the money, but because the money was gained in not a very lawful way, nobody went to the police for it, but it rumbled on between the families for a while. I'm a bit scared about these steps, that's why I'm stood here. Give me a sec. Right. Oh, Lord. I don't like stairs like this, because I can see how bad they are. Especially when you can see that other floors have fallen in round you. Oh God, it's making a funny noise. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look there. That's a newish meter. and it's making an electric noise. Now they're the old things, the old bits. That says off, that says off. But these ones are still on. Very strange. Right, I'm a little bit worried about going in this room, although it looks the best room by far, so I kind of got to, really. There's also, I don't know where this room is below us. I can't quite work out if we've been in it or not. Right. Oh, this is so dodgy. The floor. Like, you stand on that beam and that door moves. That is not a good sign at all. I don't know how to get across here, but there's all like things. I think this is car stuff hung up, but some of the stuff behind there looks quite good. The big old chests and stuff. Oh, this is ridiculous. Why do I always get myself in these positions? Because the thing is, I don't know if that's going to hold my weight. And then where do I step next? Because if I do a big step and it goes from under my feet, I'm in trouble. But if I make a little step, I'm putting a lot of weight in one place. Oh dear. I need to go in though, because it's the best room. Give me a minute. Right, I've put this door down to walk on. Just to spread it out a little bit, but I just don't know if it's a good idea, because when I get to this end, it's going to be like a seesaw. Oh no, 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 no. Oh! Oh! God. Scared. Right, we're across. Still got to be careful of this floor, because if it's dodgy there, it's going to be dodgy everywhere. Right. Whew, I'm sweating. I wish I'd not got an hoodie on. A little bird cage there, look. What else we got in here? You know, if it's not worth it now. This is good though. Alton. Now, is that the place, Alton, as in Alton Towers? Is it the name of the people? I don't think it's the name of the people. Another big one there. What is that? Oh, I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, seed sower, look. Really old-fashioned seed sower. We've seen one like that before. I think it may go on your back. You like, do it on your back and then do the handle or something, and all the seeds will shoot out of there. That's really cool. Oh, look at the old cricket bat as well. That's quite an old one, I think. Let's see what it says on it. It says victory. Wait a minute. Right, I'm just going to stop filming just so I can put the flash on it. Right, made in England. What does that say? Oh, made in England. Selected. Victory. It is, I think it's quite old, that, you know. Rounded end on the bottom. I don't know. It's not like a brand new one, and it's not got the same weight. Oh, what's this say? Short-handed. Short-handed? Short handle. So maybe a kid's one. I don't know, but it's seen some use over the years because it's really worn. I do like finding things like that. Oh, look at the old Ribena box in the corner as well. That's a bit weird. It's a cupboard, but has it always been a cupboard? It feels like there's something behind there as well. I'm just looking at everything now through like dodgy eyes. Like everything is a hiding place for money and stuff like that, when actually it's just clearly not. In fact, this is where they kept all the sports equipment. Look, there's a rugby ball there. There's the stumps for the cricket. There's a very big light bulb and a ball. Maybe another tennis ball. Is that another? Oh, that's like a really, really old football. Really old. God, that didn't happen how I wanted it to. Oh, and they're roller skates, look. Really old-fashioned roller skates. That's brill though, look. That is one hell of an old ball. With the laces in it. I ain't seen anything like that for years. It's before my time. I reckon that's from like the 30s or something. And then all the roller skates and the jelly moulds in the corner as well. That's brill. Really good. Oh, I wish our Freddie were here because he'd love that. He'd love to see that ball. Just makes me wonder though how old the other, like the rugby ball and stuff are as well now. Because they've got to be quite a decent age, or they've just held on to them for years up here. But what were I going to say? Those footballs though, like Premier League footballers today don't know how lucky they are with like the lightweight science designed balls that fly at in certain ways when you hit them in a certain way. Those, if you got a bit of water in them, they'd be like rocks. It'd be like kicking a medicine ball round a pitch. I don't know how they did it. I really don't. You've got to give credit to these old style footballers from like the early 1900s. Right, it just got the better of me. I needed to have a look. And the rugby ball's the same. That's almost looks like an American football. Like the old design rugby balls with the laces in them. That's crazy. But I suppose they didn't have the same stitching technology to be able to get it through leather and seal it right up like we do today. I don't know. I'm guessing that's the reason anyway. But yeah, I wonder how old they are. They might only be 60s or 50s or something. But I don't know, something makes me want to think that they're a bit older than that. It's made me think now, is that big ring like a hula hoop? Like a Victorian hula hoop? So that's all the toys up in here. Oh, weird. I heard someone's voice. Yeah, there's all the toys up in here, but then there's a belt and a rope just in case they've been bad. Also, what is this? Oh, that's like a game. Like you shoot a ball or a marble or something up it and then it goes all the way down the things. It's pretty cool up here. I like it. I like it a lot. Right. I think that's about everything. There's just a few like cases. That's been to Brussels. That one. So they did travel about a bit. I can't see any on the other ones though. Apart from this here. Parcel stamp. Eastern Railways. Is that Harrogate? Yeah, it says Harrogate there. That's cool. Right, let's keep going. Oh, here we go again. This is not good. It's cracking under my feet. Thing is, it don't look bad because it looks like I'm just going to fall onto the floor, but actually, I'd fall down a floor. I think I need my hands, so I'm going to have to stop filming it. Oh no, it might be all right. Just got to lean forward. Oh God. Oh. 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 It just dropped. And oh! I need to get off it. I need to get off it quick. Ah! Oh Lord. Oh, that were horrible. That were absolutely awful. I thought I'd gone then. That little it were only like maybe 5-10 centimetre drop, but it just absolutely made me poo my pants. Not that I wear them, but poo my pants. Right, just coming off here, there's these stairs. Now, I don't like the look of them, if I'm being honest. It looks scary, not just because of the absolutely massive spider that's there, that's now gone, but I don't think my weight should be put on top of this at all. He says as he puts his foot on it. Now what I'm going to try and do is open the door. Oh, that's not going to happen. Just spin it round. I don't think there's anything in there anyway. Right, give me a sec. Right, I can't open it, but what I can do is put my torch there and then put you around the corner. There'll just be 100 grand. No, there's just 100 ton of bird poo in there. Absolute load of pigeon shite. Right, we're back in the room we started off in. Just gives you an idea of how big it is. Got the meat hooks up there, look, as well, for your half a pig or whatever you were having. But it's a massive room. Now, there's a cellar down here, but I know for a fact it's flooded. So there's no point going down. It's just a little room that's flooded, so we'll avoid that. Which I'm sort of glad about, because I want to get out of here really, because I just have a horrible feeling that someone's going to come just because of where I've parked my car. That's good though. I don't know if it's a train lamp or a miner's lamp. I think it's more like a train lamp, or maybe just one they used on the farm, I don't know. But then you've got loads of bits of equipment from the farming side of things, I'm guessing, like needles and stuff. But yeah, there's not a great deal in there, and like I said, no point going down there, and that just goes to a toilet. So we'll go back round this way. I came out and I was actually really cold, but I am sweating in this house. I don't know what it is about in here, but it is really warm. I don't know whether it's because I've not been used to wearing a hoodie as well. It's the first time I've worn a hoodie in months and months, so that's probably why. But yeah, if you see water running down my head, you know, you know why. Right, back through to the front door. Oh, I've not even noticed this archway. Look at that. Wow. That is, I don't know why. I think it's because all the stuff's coming off it, but it's freaky. It looks horrible down there. But I do like the idea of that big archway. I really do. Then you've got the main stairs up to the bedrooms. There's a couple more rooms down here, so we'll do those first. Hey, look, good old Cliff Richard on the... Does that say? I feel like that's handwritten. Me, an OAP, never. No, it must be, yeah, 2005 calendar. It must have been written on there. There's no way Cliff Richard's been assigned that. Right, let's go down here. Somebody has definitely been looking for stuff, because there is stuff just thrown everywhere. Cupboard doors wide open. Just stuff smashed up, like tables destroyed. Just everything. Like you can see again, look, they've moved the fire out. So the fire would have been covering that up. All the stuff's fallen down. So they've been looking, hunting for something in there. Looking in the cupboards. There's all the Christmas decorations and things in there as well. Don't know what that is. That's quite cool. Oh, I'm going to try and avoid climbing over that, but what is this? It's a weird looking thing. Is it like a salt? No, it's not. It's on the floor. Is it a smelly thing? Does it keep nice smells? Like you put something in it. I will pick it up in a minute. But yeah, it keeps something nice and smelly in it. What else we got? Brownies. They've got a lot of boxes of soap. I've seen loads. So toothpaste and soap. They like keeping clean, don't they? Right. Let's keep looking. I don't think there's loads in here. Apart from more horrendous wallpaper. Look at that. My torch just went off and I absolutely pooed my pants. Give me a second, I'll change over. God, I always hate that when that happens. Luckily, I've got a few torches these days. I used to just have like 2 and that were it. And now I've got about 4, although I can't find one of them. But when your torch goes off and it's like literally pitch, now you can see me because it's a bit of light, but pitch black, it's scary. It's scary for anyone. Even in your own house, I think sometimes it can be scary. Like when the light's totally off and you think you hear a noise. But anyway, let's keep looking. Right, this is where I like to find things out. I think it must have been the Altons. Because look, we found that box upstairs. Mr. and Mrs. G.W. Parkin request the company of Mr. and Mrs. J.G. Alton, marriage of their daughter, Sheila, to Mr. John Alton. So it must be their relative, maybe their son or daughter or whatever. And there's that little picture there. But that's from 1974. And those boxes were older. So maybe the money thing was later on. It was some other family. I'm not 100% sure because I can't get internet to have a look. And you've got a little magnifying glass there as well. But there's not... I keep like trying to find things like photos and there's not a great deal. Like that's the only thing I can find. I don't even know what that is. Like a big boat, look. Sorry, that zoom is horrendous. I don't know. Makes me think of one of those boats on the Mississippi. The Mississippi. Not the Mississippi, or whatever I just said. Yeah, those big steamboat things. That's what it makes me think of. I'm going to have to be careful upstairs because things are just falling down. And also, you're not going to see it now, but there's fresh poo there, look, of some animal. But then I keep noticing like bugs, there's bones, there's bugs and stuff like crawling through the floor, and it's horrible in here. It's not nice at all. And when you start thinking about things like that, you start itching. There's nothing worse than like watching a documentary on ants or something and you're just itching and itching because it's all over you. Or what was it? The Jungle. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, when they put all the bugs on them and it's like they're on you. I wouldn't mind doing it in person, but just the thought of it, looking at it, makes me cringe. Yeah, look, this is what I mean. Look at that. Big ratty tail, big ratty body, all decomposing. There's all sorts underneath this and it is making me feel horrible. It really is. Right, heading up the stairs. There was another room, but there was nothing in it at all. So there was no point looking at it. But look at that little bottle. I wonder what that's from. It must be like some sort of medicine for animals or something. And there's a lot of Farmers Weekly magazines on the stairs. A lot of people do that. Put magazines and books piled on the stairs. I don't really understand why. It's a bit trampy really, isn't it? Doing things like that. Just find somewhere for them to go, not on the stairs. It just makes me think of like student houses when you've got all magazines on the stairs, or I don't know why, but like posh young couples, I don't know, like almost showing off what they're reading about this week. I don't know, maybe that's just all in my head, but that's what it makes me think of. If you know Sheffield, I don't know why it makes me think of Ecclesall Road. I don't know why. I must have been in someone's house. Oh, maybe, oh no. Maybe it was the girl. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I don't know if I should. So when I was, I don't know how old I was. I wasn't very old. I was out clubbing. And I had never had a lady friend in that way before. And I was so drunk, so drunk. And this girl bundled me into a taxi and like made me kiss her. And I was really drunk, like really drunk. And then I went back to her student house and she said, oh, just wait here. So I sat at the bottom of her stairs and one of her housemates came out and said, run, get out of here now. You need to go. So that were it. I was bladdered and I was running away and she came running after me, hunting me down, trying to get me back into her bed. It was very strange, very strange. But it's because I was a very sweet, innocent boy at that time. Right, we're at the top of the stairs. Still quite high ceilings, although it does get lower when you get in here. Heading through. Oh my God! I thought that was a person. I thought that was a person stood there then. my stomach went, and I feel a little bit sick. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at that. It's got a big head. Look at these clothes, in fact. They're quite... Look at that. Not what he expected at all for this place. I think this is a tailcoat thing. I'll take this off here. Oh, sure that's got tails hanging down off it. Oh, maybe the one underneath has. Sorry. Yeah, it's like a little dress jacket. And then, but it's quite nice and shiny. And this, look, this is what I mean. It's like a tailcoat jacket with the bits hanging down at the back. It's really hard to show you. The button up at the front, like that, look across. And then the tails at the back. That's good, isn't it? And then the big coat to go over the top of it. Whatever that, I don't know if that's a woman's set of clothes, that one. But what's this colourful item underneath? Oh, look. What is that? I wonder what coat of arms that is. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Oh, John, look, John Alton. It says on it, 8 to 9 Parliament Street, York. I think that's something quite... I wonder if it was his old school blazer and he went to a really good school or something. It's those jackets, actually, are like they wear at Eton and really posh schools. So I wonder if it's all for that. Oh, that's really good. I like stuff like that. And then look, yeah, little waistcoat in there. And all the pinstripe trousers and shirts and stuff. Oh, is that a little school cap as... Oops, sorry. School cap as well, look. The logo, like a bull on the front. Don't really want to get it out. But yeah, it is. It's like a little cap. What's this say here? Oh, Asheville College. Oh, it said that on something else. 1919. Asheville College, Harrogate magazine. Spring term, 1919. Let's have a quick look at this. School news diary. The road to the Rhine. It would be going on about the war. Oh, if that's the school, it would have been quite impressive. Asheville College. Oh, I need to see if this place still exists. It's hard to... Asheville v Ripon YMCA. Oh, Ripon YMCA. Don't know if it'd been cricket or football. Industrial unrest. Looking backwards and forwards. It's quite good, this. Obituaries of people that have died. 1881 to 82. That's pretty cool, that. I'll put that back safe in there. What a shame, though, that somebody's clearly put that away. There's more in there, look, as well. Another magazine. Are they all from the same year? Yeah, summer term 1919 and summer term 1918. I need to look at what these are. Oh, history. It's weird because it's GCSE day today, where everybody gets the grades. And look, history, geography, French, German, Latin, Greek, maths, final scores. That's really cool. So it's like a school, like their school record. Report, autumn 1919. It's weird to think of them saying that autumn. Would the war be over by 1990? That point in 1919? Not sure. But yeah, it's weird for them to be at school, like thinking about normal school days back then. Summer 1919. Spring, so they definitely would have been, the war would have been on then. Was it 19? Oh, no, wait. Am I being thick? Is it 14? It's 1418, isn't it? 1914 to 1918, so the war would have finished. I'm being absolutely thick as pudding. Don't know why I thought that. But were they at school at all during the war? Surely they must have been. But I'm just thinking about the kids that got sent off to different places in the Second World War when the Blitz was going on. Did they go to school? I just don't know. Or did they work the land, or did they help the farmers and stuff? I just don't know. Right, look, Knaresborough Rural Secondary School. So it's a different school. I don't know why. 1916, age 11 years, 9 months. Jeffrey Alton. Let's have a look. That's just what form they're in. Grammar and comprehension. Literature, history and geography we've got. Has worked steadily. Very good. Good. Steadily. Fairly good. Good. Rather slack. What were they slacking? Gardening. Surely it wasn't. Oh look, that's the boys' stuff. Drawing, handwork, woodwork and gardening. And the women had to do, or the girls had to do housewifery, needlework, cookery and laundry work, poultry keeping and beekeeping. That's cool, isn't it? But yeah, he weren't very good at the boys' stuff by the looks of things, because it was rather slack. But yeah, that's 1916, so that was during the war. But I do think now, those clothes hung up there, and also I've just noticed this, look, little bow tie and like an old-fashioned vesty type thing, knitted vest. I reckon they're from the early 1900s, like First World War time. I think that's so cool that they've got the uniforms and things like that still shoved away. Like, I've still got my school jumper that's signed by all my friends and stuff. I want to do a video on things like that for the second channel at some point, but I just think it's really cool but really sad, because I'd hate to think of my jumper being looked at in an abandoned house. It's sad, innit? Right, as I was leaving the room, I just looked back down. Obviously the colours from that. I saw this, another hat. It was down on the floor, just down there. It says CFC 1947. So I'm guessing that was linked to that one. Because if you look at the label in it, I feel like that is maybe a bit newer. Whereas the other stuff, I think it looks like it's got a bit more age to it. Especially the stuff that was in there. So that's cool. That's probably his son then, 1947, because he was at school in 1920, so, or 1919. So that's like, what, 30 years later. So it makes sense really, doesn't it, to be his son's stuff. But that's what I mean. Multi-generational like stuff saved up in your house, all to go to waste. It's horrible. I hate it. Right, on into the next room. We've got photo there. Now look, that could be the tails that we were just looking at from the suit from that wedding. It could quite easily be that. He's probably the son. Oh no, I don't know, because that's not 1947, is it? So maybe he's the grandson of the person that was at school in 1919. His dad was at school in 1947 and he was at school in maybe 1978 or something. That looks about right. Oh, I love getting all the little links and seeing all the different people. I'm just going to be careful. Oh no, the address is Bridlington, so it's not here. Dear John, it was lovely seeing you again on Sunday. Hope you had a good journey home. How about the times of the train? On one train goes at 11:45 from Brid, arriving to York at 1:17, and then having to wait till 2:54, arriving at Harrogate at 3:27. The other trains, 2:21 from Brid, arriving at York at 4.6 and leaving at 4:38 and arriving at Harrogate at 3:27. So whichever train you want to come on, you can tell me on Friday evening. Right, conversation. But yeah, look at this book as well. Castle's Illustrated History of England. Wonder when this is from. That's continued to the end of 1873, but it's not made in 1873. I didn't say when it was made, I don't think. It's like a Druid remains. It's like a set of books by the looks of things on interesting things around the UK. Got a big dressing gown in there. Oh look, Alton 38. Oh, on the jacket, one of the jackets, it said Alton and 38. So I wonder if each child had their own number. And that's why he says 38 on there. So just in case there was two Altons, they didn't get them mixed up. So yeah, it's good. Like, I love piecing stuff together. Even in a house that is just destroyed like this one, you can still find stories. You can still find stuff going on. And I absolutely love it. I really think it's cool that you can look and go, well, that's his grandchild, or that's his son, and that might be the jacket that I've just found in the other room. I just think it's brilliant. I really do. I was going to show you inside, but it's all letters. But the problem is, all the letters say the name of this place, because it's actually a hall, this place. It's not just a farm, it's a hall. So people would know where it was straight away. It's not like a name that could be anywhere in the UK. Look at this. Second prize. West Riding of Yorkshire, Federation of Young Farmers, 1959, that. Let's have a look. Tractor driving. J. Alton. So that's cool, isn't it? Tractor driving, intermediate level. Oh, what else we got in here? See, look, they're all in plastic bags still. It's weird because certain things... Oh, God. No, that whole door's going to come off. I can't look in there. Certain things have been rooted through, and then some things are in... Like, you've got a corduroy jacket in pretty much perfect condition, apart from a bit of white on it. It's cool, isn't it? Big thick jumpers for the winter, because I bet it got cold up here. It's like on the moors pretty much. What else we got in here? Some keys, a little dog tag thing, some hairbrushes, some newspapers, and that's about it really. Just found another picture of that little boy that was on the bed. He wasn't on the bed, you know what I mean? There's no little boys on the bed. There's no little boys hiding behind me in the room or anything like that. It's just this little boy who actually sort of... No, he doesn't really remind me of Freddie, but I think I just miss Freddie being that age. He's only little on there. Right, let's keep going. Right, I've just had a look in this, and there's nothing in it. Or I thought there wasn't anything in it, until I found this. It's quite an odd calling card. It's Luke Howgate and Son, Limited, shroud, side sheet, frilling manufacturers, factors of coffin furniture, all undertakers' requisites, woodwork, a speciality, Dewsbury. Sorry, I didn't read that very well because I was tripping over my words. And then there's some numbers from the Isle of Man on the back as well. That's cool, isn't it? You don't see things like a calling card from someone that makes stuff to do with coffins very often. Right, there's 3 rooms left, I think. And wow, someone's definitely been rooting through trying to find stuff. And there's no point going in here, I don't think, because it's just beds. There's nothing worth looking at. Maybe there is in the other 2 rooms. Have a look in here. I think it's going to be the same. Look, another bed turned over. They're definitely hunting for stuff, aren't they? They're definitely looking, trying to find this money. Because why would he flip a bed like that and in the other room? If you were searching for money, one of the first places you'd think was under mattresses, under beds and stuff. So yeah, all the beds are flipped. Every single one of them are flipped up here. Yeah, coming into the last bedroom, look. Exactly the same again. Bed flipped over. Oh, that one's not been. But yeah, they definitely have. What's this? Oh, some sort of porcelain. Vono product. That's the bed, isn't it? But yeah, there's not these bedrooms, there's nothing really in them. So what we might do is make our way outside, because there's loads, and I mean loads, of outbuildings, and there's ones that are supposed to be quite good with good stuff in them. So we'll go and have a check and see what we can see. Right, There's the house. Like I said, there is a road down there, and that's the other farm over there. I've got to be careful actually shining this torch up towards it. But then we've got loads and loads of old outbuildings and some new ones as well. Oh, that were awful. One of these big flies just went straight down my throat. That's horrible. Oh, this is awful. Look, we've got a barn there, but it's got like a weird hole underneath there. These flies are just ridiculous. I'm gonna have to get myself in a building. From what I can see, this place was built about 1801. I've seen records on maps, because sometimes that's how I do it. I look on old maps and see if it's still there. And 1801 is the last time I can see it, but that doesn't mean it wasn't there before. But some of these buildings look like they're old, but then they've been changed over years. And obviously this big barn thing here is brand spanking, well, probably put up in the 60s or 70s or something. Looks like it's made out of wood slats. But some of the buildings are really old. Right, let's go and have a look in. Right, I don't know if you can see that torchlight coming up towards us, but there's somebody coming. Obviously it's the person coming to kick my teeth in. So I need to just get a bit further behind here. The only problem is, he can't see me at the moment with the torch. I've turned it off, but there's sheep behind us. I've just noticed those 3 sheep there. So I'm hoping they don't give me away when he gets a bit closer. Anyway, I need to turn this torch off. Right, he's coming. He's not far off. I'm just gonna have to hide around this wall in case he flashes a torch. Just move up a little bit. I'll try and sneak a peek of him as he goes into the building, because I don't want him to see us. I need to be quiet. Just a minute. Right. There he goes, look. Right. We need to go quick. He's in there, but luckily all the windows are boarded up, so he won't see me out the window. But he might hear me clicking, because my back's clicking. Right, I've got quite a good distance away from the house now. You can just see the chimneys. If he comes, I'll see his torch and I can get out of here. But I just want to show you this. What's happening in the sky up there? I thought it was just a car at first, but it's like Batman. I can't zoom in, it doesn't look good when I zoom in. Now look. That is weird. Anyway, I better go before he actually decides to come. Right, I've bombed down the road a little bit, parked up, because I thought I could see his torch coming back. I don't hang round here because it's the middle of nowhere. He'll probably see my car, see my light. I just want to go. There's a Land Rover parked just behind. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me in, but I don't think he can without being on this road. There's a road right behind me there. Anyway, I'm going. Absolutely love you all. Have the best of days, and hopefully I'll see you in France next week.